Hey everybody, welcome to the end game. I'm your host, Rademas, the only host that's never been catfished. Well, maybe once, but that doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
No, it don't, not really.
Totally have been catfished.
Oh, well, yes. In today's show, we have a great show for you today. We have some really funny and talented people joining us today. On my right, good friend, very good comedian, great comedian rather, Mr. Lawrence Owens. There you go.
I see how it is.
And right next to Mr. Lawrence Owens, we have R&B artist Miss Madia. And right next to Miss Madia, we have a very great intellectual, motivational speaker. Yes, he is going to be talking to you, Mr. Erik Robinson. And as always on the show, we have a member out of our audience here who loves the show. Oh, why? How could you not? Miss Wanda McKnight. And you heard her earlier. She ruins almost everything we do here. I don't know why she still works here. My producer, Miss Tasha Tummings.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah.
It's always good. It's always good every time.
Ratchetness. Okay, we are back. Love this. This is the beginning of our season. This is our second season here. We are going to talk about the thing that is blazing up the airwaves. MTV has a new show called Catfish. Catfish is a show where people fall in love with people on the internet, finding their soulmate until they meet that person in person and find out it's some 300-pound white man or Asian, whatever it is not who they thought it was. Mr. Lawrence Owens.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever been catfished?
Many a times I've been catfished. Matter of fact, I've come from a catfish background.
Whoa. I have no idea what that is. I won't find out.
Well, it starts with my mother. She catfished me on because I don't know who my father is. So anybody who came over for the weekend and is like, is that your father? And as soon as he was over with, so catfish because I pictured my father, somebody else, but then different people. So I'm into catfishing. I'm into stuff like that. That's what I do.
You into catfishing people or having people catfish you?
I'm into me getting catfished.
You prefer that?
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I prefer that. I'm into it because it's been done to me for so long. So the fact it's been done to me, I'm kind of used to getting catfish. But in the black community, we call it trouted. Because everybody can't afford catfish, so you might get trouted. So you might get salmon, if you will. So depending on where you from and where you raised.
Whiting, if she's European.
Well, whiting maybe, but we from the hood. We didn't have any whitings where we were from, but we can talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Thank you for that. That was really deep.
Ain't no problem. That's why I'm here, Carlos.
Yes, no problem. Miss Madia, you are an internet sensation. You had to have been catfished at least once. That's what I thought.
Not to my knowledge, but I think I think it happens every day where people misrepresent themselves online to make themselves seem a certain way. But I've never had the experience with dating someone because I've never met someone that I actually dated online.
Oh, okay. All right, well, that's good for you.
Sorry.
Happens to Lawrence on the regular.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lawrence.
Every
I know
Tuesday
my
and
father.
Thursday. Jesus. That's terrific. He said, I'm sorry, Lawrence, I know my dad. I know who my father is.
But is that her father? It's only what her mother told her. She don't know for real. No, I'm just saying, you don't know. It's what your mother, if your mother says your father,
I haven't been
that's your father.
catfished to my knowledge.
But then that's what makes it catfishing. If it's to your knowledge, it ain't catfishing.
Well, then I can't answer the question the way he'd like me to, can I?
Yes, you can, baby.
Okay, moving on. This is going somewhere I didn't think it was ever going to go.
That's what we do.
Mr. Robinson, you couldn't have been catfished before. I'm sure you psychologically, when you talk to these people, you can figure out who they are. Well, have you ever been catfished before?
I would say no, I've never been catfished before.
Right. Well, now, what would you say to someone like Lawrence who gets catfished every third Thursday?
Whew, that's kind of tough. I mean, I would ask for some social security cards, a driver's license, birth certificate, some kind of proof. That's if I was online, but I've been married for 19 years, so I don't, understand that kind of world of.
Yeah, they didn't have
dating.
catfishing back in the 20 years ago.
Nah. Well, I've been catfished now before, but we didn't have it, not on internet.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy of mine's passed the phone number off to a young lady. She called, I called her, and she wasn't.
Right. Party.
Well, it wasn't a party line. Somebody, I got a number. Somebody gave somebody my number, and she called me. Sound nice on the phone, and I just intercepted the call. And
then you saw her?
Wasn't what
built
I
like
thought
a
it
bag
was.
of dirty clothes.
It was a different experience. She was a little shorter than I could imagine, let's say that.
She was a midget? Or a little person?
There you go.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Miss McKnight, have you're internet savvy. Have you ever been catfished?
No, I didn't even know about it until everyone started discussing it.
Well, that's what this show is for, is to bring it to people like yourself.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's a whole new phenomenon that just went right over my head.
Are you a catfisher? You ever catfished somebody?
No, I never have. And it's just really interesting, the lengths to which people would go just to get somebody to talk to them. That's amazing to me.
So let me ask you. So you ladies, Madia and Wanda, you've never told a dude that you are a certain build, certain height, certain weight. Never. You've never.
Yeah, I've never felt the need to
or-
do that. I've never felt the need to do that. I think that.
Nobody on this
Not
panel has ever
online.
misrepresented themselves.
I mean, not online.
Lawrence don't
Sometimes
even
I'll
think
wear
about
a
answering that.
push-up bra with makeup. You could call that
misrepresentation.
misrepresentation.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean,
A lot of
girls
times,
put
a
on
lot of
stuff,
times
and that could
women,
be
y'all do that.
misrepresentation.
You say I'm certain height, certain look and everything, and then you take your shoes off, wipe your face down, good God almighty. Somebody else,
Y'all look
good.
like me. And then you get mad when I'm like, I'm not into that.
Right.
Because to me, catfish.
Once you take off them Spanx and them heels, oh man, it's a mess. So that's a little different. That's kind of a bit of a catfishing.
But now, is it only girls who could catfish, though? I mean, I would think.
Well, in a way, because when it comes to guys, a lot of times we still don't care. We will hit that. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Right, but if a girl wanted to meet a guy
You
and
on some catfish.
What a catfish.
and he might misrepresent himself, it goes this way. I make this much money. I drive this kind of car. I'm A, B, or C. And then when you meet him, oh, well, my other car's in the shop. Or
It's standard.
It's catfish, but yeah, it's just how we built.
That's just lying.
Yeah. See, a lot of times with the women, they're trying to be something they're not. They'll show you a picture of a model, and the guys have done it too, but they don't look anything like the model, though. They're a mess.
I think it's what you catfish about, right? Because a guy might catfish about the things that he owns or the job that he has or how much money he may or may not get. Whereas I think what I hear you saying is that the girls might catfish about the way they look.
Yeah.
Or,
Oh yeah.
But that's
how much
pretty
hair
it.
they have on their head.
Black
Guys
women
probably
do that
more
on the
verbal
regular.
catfish.
Wow.
And I would,
That was for you.
Tasha. Yes.
Tracks on tracks on tracks. Is considered catfishing now? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm laid in the back, I'm going catfishing now?
Tasha, have you ever been catfished? I would think you have, but you.
You have catfished me, and that's why I'm on the show. I pretend to
I
speak
think
so.
that's really disrespectful that you bring truth to light like that.
Okay, I'm
We
sorry.
don't have to talk about it.
No, bring the truth out.
You know what I mean?
All right, next topic.
Okay.
Next topic. We just had the Super Bowl, and Miss Beyonce did a stellar performance. A lot of people were talking about it. I want to know from my panel here, does this make up for her lip syncing at the inauguration? Do you think that's going to squash all the rumors and any type of hatred that people might have had? Like, oh, they can't leave you lip sync the national anthem at the inauguration. Ms. Madia, you're a singer. What did you think about that whole thing with her lip syncing, and how did you feel about the show? Did you see the Super Bowl?
I did, and I thought she did an excellent job. I think Beyonce she's a performer. You know, that's what she is and what she's done for so long. So I think she's very good at it. And I really don't think that her lip syncing was the worst thing ever. So I wasn't really judging her to begin with, but I do think it was redeeming for her to actually sing during the Super Bowl performance. And I mean, she did the press conference where she sang a little bit, where she sang the anthem live and explained that it was because of the cold weather. So I took that for what it was. But I do think for the people who saw it as a bad thing, I do think it was redeeming for her to sing live at her next performance.
Lawrence, you can sing. I heard you singing Rockwell in the green room. What did you think about that?
About her lip syncing or the Super Bowl? Which one?
Both. Do you think it actually redeemed her and squashed those haters out there?
Because I think Beyonce has built up so much of an image. It don't make a difference. I mean, she can lip sync a prayer. It don't make a difference. It's Beyonce. You know, once you get to a certain status, I think, you know what I'm saying, people want to see you take missteps to see how you come back from that. So it really didn't make a difference. They wanted to make a big deal out of it. Because what else we going to talk about? You know, Obama in the house for his second 4 year. We can't get on that. We couldn't get rid of him. So now we looking around, security there. What we going to do? Bench chili bowl, good food. You know what? Damn it, Beyonce lip sync. So they look for anything to bring the light. And then when she in the Super Bowl, that's how they got her back. You know, they pulled the plug. They was like, all right, since she want to sing this time.
I got to move on to the next topic real quick. So, because I really want to, I got a couple minutes left. I really want to get your opinions on this. Next thing in the news, next topic. Recently, the Oxygen Network has canceled the show All My Baby's Mamas by a rapper named Shorty Low. Well, I guess we don't have enough time to get to it. I'm going to ask real quickly. Do you think they should have canceled that show?
No.
Madia, do you think they should? Yes?
I'm saying yes.
And
Yes.
Wanda, yes?
Yes.
All right. You said no?
I said no.
Why do you say no?
Shows like that need to be brought to light. Why not? You never know what you could have learned or not learned. You could learn how not to put a show together. I mean, just, you know, you could have learned how to handle. He ain't the only one with 11 babies out here. Somebody could have been taking notes like, well, this is how you have 10 baby mamas? So,
now, I want to say, I would like for you to respond to that on why it should have been canceled.
I got 3 kids. So, I mean, I don't think it deserves a TV show, All My Baby's Mamas. I mean, there's a lot of people with baby mamas. I don't think that's a TV show. So now, if he was a good rapper, did something else, then maybe give him a TV show. But just having 11 kids, I know some.
Oh, no, I don't have 11 kids.
Yeah, I know some people with different shows. I mean, if that's the case, then, you know, give me a TV show.
But I will say this, expert on that, who loves ratchet music, Miss Tasha Tummings. Tasha, what do you say about that show?
I would have been baby mama number 12. Hey, Shorty Low, let's make baby mama number 12, and then maybe we can have a show. I think it was racist. Yeah, black on black crime. That's what that was. Taking money out that man's pocket.
Okay.
Now he can't even help those babies that he had.
I knew I shouldn't have went over there. I don't know why I did it. All right, we're going to take a break. We will be right back. This is the end game.
It's terrible. Why would you cut me off on that? I'm so excited.
Yes. Welcome back to the End Game. I'm your host, JC Rademas. This is the second quarter. In the second quarter, we're talking about national news. And in national news, we had the inauguration of the 44th president, Barack Hussein Obama. And right now, the big controversy is gun control. Now, right before his inauguration, also Martin Luther King's birthday, we had Gun Appreciation Day. Now, David, roll this clip. You would not believe what this man wants to do. Let's go.
Explain. I believe that Gun Appreciation Day honors the legacy of Dr. King. We're looking for a peaceful protest.
Yeah, a peaceful protest. I would hope so, because everybody's got guns. The only thing else could happen is a gunfight. All right, David, let's see the rest of it.
Congress and the president, how we feel about our Second Amendment. And the truth is, I think Martin Luther King would agree with me if he were alive today.
If he was alive, but somebody shot him. What is going on here? All right, so let's see the rest of that tape.
African Americans had been given the right to keep and bear arms from day one of the country's founding. Perhaps slavery might not have been a chapter in our history.
It would not have been, but they didn't give them guns because they're slaves. Lawrence.
Yes, sir.
Do you own a gun?
What's the next question?
All right. What do you think is a way for them to curb all this violence that's been happening with the guns?
First of all, I think he made a mistake. He said that Dr. King would agree with him, you know, with the gun violence. Maybe he meant Malcolm X, because we all look alike to white people. So maybe he got us confused, you know what I'm saying, as far as that. I don't know as far as how that would have made the situation. I can see how I can keep peace, because if somebody pulled a pistol out, oh, peace is going to happen, trust me. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what I can say about the situation.
No, you can keep the peace with it until they pull out their piece. They got to use their piece.
Then there's just going to be a lot of pieces out there, you know what I'm saying? So,
Miss Madia, I know you at least have no less than 14 guns in your house. What do you think could happen, how we can stop all this gun violence in our nation?
Well, I think that the issue of mental health is not being addressed, and that's a common piece that I see in a lot of the cases that are coming up, is that people mentally unstable people are getting access to guns and kind of wreaking havoc. So I would like to see more conversation about how mental illness, and I think it's happening. I think they're talking about it, but about how mental illness, how we can plan for good precautions to set up so that people with mental illness do not have access to weapons as easily.
Oh, okay. Wow, that was a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be. Look at you. Mr. Robinson, your alias is P. Coltrane because of how you carry and tote guns around. Yes or not?
That's incorrect.
Oh, okay. What do you say? What could happen?
I mean, I think, I don't want to make this a race issue, you know, but Ms. Madia is saying that the mental health is like a common denominator. I think a common denominator really a lot of times is lately these gun violence is whites. And unfortunately, I know some of my friends, African American, I don't know what the politically correct, but I know some of them who have guns usually haven't gone through the proper channels. I probably got a few who have, but the gun control laws probably wouldn't have stopped them anyway. But a lot of times, it's these, I don't know, I guess I would say the laws, really white people, they need to stop with these AK, these assault rifles. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I say target the manufacturers. So I don't think gun control laws, I really think it's the manufacturers need to stop making these assault rifles that's used to kill people. So
I totally agree with that. And I have to let the whole panelists know that we've exceeded our white people limit of blame. If we say that one more time, we're going to get shut down. So thank you. Yeah, Miss McKnight.
Yeah, we had to get our piece.
What do you think?
Well, I think that both Madia and Erik are right. The mental illness is running through the whole thing. But it's also the manufacturers who are making these assault guns, whose sole purpose is to kill people. But the problem, though, is really deeper than that. I think that we are doing the wrong thing by allowing so many people to have access to these murderous kinds of guns. Because if you look back to that situation in Connecticut, the mother had gotten her guns in the right way. All her guns were legal. Her son was mentally ill, but somehow she wasn't putting together that was going to be a problem. In fact, she was the one who took him to the range to show him how to shoot.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah, right. That's a bigger problem. I mean, there is no law or anything that could have happened to cause the government to have prevented that tragedy. No law could have done it. No mental illness awareness could have done it, because we have the mother doing it. So it's a bigger problem, and the problem is this whole, let me take a gun and solve the problem. Yeah. And until we start having a discussion about that, about conflict resolution and alternative ways to deal with things, we're going to keep running into the same kind of problem.
All right. No, we don't have a lot of time, Lawrence. I know you want to jump all in it.
No, we go next. My fault.
Next topic, because this is something very passionate to me. I served in the military for several years, and we're going to talk about women in combat. Now, recently, a bill has been put forth. I don't even think it's a bill. I think it's just they're changing the rules for women in combat now. We have women here. Ms. McKnight, I would like to know, are you excited about this? Is this something that you're glad to hear about, women in combat? Are you for it or against it?
Well, you know, I saw that movie G.I. Jane, and it made an impression on me.
That made you want to go join the Marines.
And I thought that was really cool that, you know, Demi Moore was just so, I guess, qualified
Lesbian.
and physically
I mean, what?
fit, that she was able to do all that. But I gotta say, I'm also Southern, and so I think that if the woman has passed whatever the physical qualifications are, and she wants to, then combat all the way, whatever she wants. But if she doesn't want to do it, I don't think you ought to make her.
Oh, I don't think you can make anybody do it. That's what's that called? Slavery. That's right.
No, isn't it that?
Hold on, let me move
good.
to Miss Madia here, because you're a young woman. I think you're past your military years, right? Possibility. You can still possibly
I
go.
could probably get drafted. I mean, I don't know where that.
I don't think. No, I think you're just a little bit too mature.
This is getting awkward.
No. Yeah. Yes.
Supposed to get real.
Yeah, we
Miss
should
Madia,
change.
do you think that it's a good thing, bad thing, or what?
I think it's a good thing. I think if we say we want equality, that's one of the rules. You know, women weren't allowed to serve in combat. It's not, they didn't even have a choice in the matter. They just weren't allowed to. And I think the type of conflict we've been seeing since we've been in the Middle East is such that women are thrown into combat anyway. And so now that that's a reality that we kind of have to face, I think it's nonsense to have a rule that says this isn't allowed when women are dealing with it now all the time in the current conflict. So I think it was very timely, and I think it was a really good decision. Very good decision.
Lawrence, you for it or against it?
I'm against it. Maybe somebody was pressured and to make this happen. Maybe a lot of women's groups got together, but I'm against it. I just don't believe that women should serve in combat. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the group of words to put together to not make me seem like I'm being chauvinistic, but I do believe in certain areas as far as I just don't think that's for women. I just don't. I just think, you know what I'm saying, the physical, you know what I'm saying, quality, what's the word? The physical requirements that you have to go through, you know what I'm saying, as far as the emotional level, you know, things that, and I'm just speaking for somebody who was in, you know what I'm saying, the Army myself. That's all I'm speaking on. I'm not here to, I don't know all women, but I'm telling you from what I've seen, what I've been subjected to my little time in, it's not for them. Okay. It's just not for them.
Mr. Robinson, what do you think?
I'm kind of with Lawrence there. I still think that
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if women want to serve, I still really don't think that that's a position that we need women right now in combat. I don't think there should be a law against it, but I really don't see women should be required to serve in combat.
This is me as a veteran. When you put two people in the foxhole, you know, Lawrence, you're my buddy. Something happens to you, I'm going to make sure I get home so I can tell this man's story. Miss Madia, we in that foxhole.
Who's she going to pick up? Who's she going to carry over her shoulder?
I'm not even trying to go there.
Oh, okay.
I'm going in another direction.
My fault.
We get in that foxhole, we fall in love, and we will fall in love. Something happens to you, I'm going to kill everybody out there. I don't care anymore because my whole existence just, oh man, I just watched my baby go. That's why you can't have that, because that's going to happen. Or something worse, you might get pregnant. Oh man.
Wow. That's what we've gone to? That's the only thing that can happen with a woman.
That's on your mind?
That's worse. We're talking child support forever.
Gun control.
Exactly.
Gun control there.
Oh, well, yeah, maybe.
Man.
We got one more topic I got to cover. Recently, next topic. Recently, in the news, the Ku Klux Klan done came out and said they don't want to be considered a hate group anymore. Can you believe that? All right, now let's roll that video real quick there, David.
Everyone thinks that we are a hate group. We're not a hate group. We don't hate anyone.
I love it.
How could anybody hate that man in his crisp white hood?
Who is his cleaner?
I don't know.
I love his cleaner.
But he was scared. That's why he kept his uniform on.
No,
he was like, they won't believe me that I don't love these. But later on in the video, if you look it up, they say, would you ever help somebody that's not white out? They said, yes. Would you ever be friends with a black person? They said, absolutely not. What? Get that away from me. Do you believe that this could actually happen, that they have put down the hate?
No, hell no. No, it's not that. bunch of cowards, man. Let's be real, man. You got to put on sheets to go around. It's just more or less, I just believe that their numbers have so dwindled. They're trying to do their best they can, not just to recruit people who hate blacks, but recruit computer technicians, people that they can just woo in to say, no, we're not like that, but we need different kind of outlets in order to get their strength and numbers back like they once was.
Mr. Robinson, could you motivate somebody to not be a hater? Because if so, I need you to talk to my producer, Tasha Tell.
Yeah, I think anybody can be motivated, you know, with enough time if they so choose to want to be motivated. But yeah, I think you can sway some people, and I've talked to people who once, you know, thought a certain way, especially in hate in this instance, and you know now they're not just kind of realizing they were just kind of living a falsehood about certain individuals. And so after you get a chance to spend time with them, yes.
All right, real quick, just want to say yes or no. Miss Wanda, could you be friends with a Klansman?
I'm going to have to say no.
Oh, wow, see.
I can't.
That's it. We will never get past this. All right, we're going to go to break. You stay right there. This is the End Game. I'm your host, J.C. Rademas. We'll be right back. I couldn't. Welcome back to the End Game. I'm your host, J.C. Rademas, and in this quarter, we're talking about world news. And in world news, we talk about all the news going on around the world. And recently, the Soviet Union has put restrictions on Americans adopting their children. What do you think about that, Lawrence?
I think they basically letting you know that we don't want to deal with you, we don't like you, we don't want to be bothered with you because parents are qualified to adopt a child, shouldn't matter. So I guess Russia that's how they taking their stance, just saying, the hell with us.
That's the Soviet Union, I meant Russia. Yeah, but more importantly, do anybody on this panel care?
I care.
You do?
I think that there were some situations that happened that got a lot of publicity. Exactly. There were some children who were adopted from Russia who had some serious behavioral problems that the parents, I guess, either didn't know about or weren't equipped to deal with. And one of the things that happened was that a parent just sent the child back. I think they just put them on a plane by themselves and sent them back. So I guess Russia is saying, look, you know, that's traumatic to the child. If you're not going to commit to the process, then, you know, you revoke your privileges. And so I kind of care because, you know, we got to deal with children who have no parents. And I kind of think we have enough children in this country who have no parents. I don't know why we have to import them, but I do think it's a problem that is worthy of our discussion.
Children in need wherever they are. I mean, my family's from Africa. I'm not offended if people adopt children from anywhere and try to give them a loving home.
You don't think of it as some form of modern day type of slavery, where they're just picking up little kids from all around the world?
There's some you could think about it as, you know, kind of colonizing, taking somebody and giving them a culture that's different from their own. And I think that does happen. But if you're worried, if your primary concern is that that person be taken care of and have their needs met, and if that's a part of it, then I am okay with that.
All right. Mr. Robinson?
Well, I guess that goes back to the topic. You're saying Russia is limiting the number of kids we can adopt.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the issue. I mean, you're putting a limit on, we're trying to take care of the kid, and you're going to put a limit on it? I don't see where that limit comes from. And if you're going to limit me, I think we got enough kids in the United States that need to be adopted and taken care of, let alone worry about you now sanctioning me, telling me I can't adopt but so many kids. So that's where I have the issue with the limit restrictions if you're going to adopt me. But we got children over here that need to be taken care of.
Yeah, but they think the ones in Russia are probably cuter.
I think the ones coming from Russia, you get more money for. You know what I'm saying? That's just.
What, you going to try to sell them later?
No, I mean, if eBay take them. No, I'm just saying that's the new modern day hustle, man. You adopt a child, they cut you a check for so much a month. You know what I'm saying? Help you get on your feet. The child get on his feet. Maybe getting a child from Russia, you get more money a month. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? What comes with it? Because anybody adopt a child, don't get it twisted. It's not about the love, but money plays a factor too. You know, if I'm gonna adopt a child, yeah, I love them. I'm gonna get the one I want, and I want to see how much I'm gonna get, so I can start budgeting us.
I like how you put that last one in there.
Adoptions?
I don't know.
Because I know in adoptions in the U.S., I know it's true, but I think that
Well,
the friends of mine that have adopted kids, they've had to pay.
Kids and not adoptions. I don't think that you get the subsidy for the adopted child because now it's yours. The foster kid, you get the check, and you know.
Adopted too, because I have adopted people in my family, and they got checks, and they went from living in the hood to different, you know,
different hood.
No, well, different hood or whatever. But I'm just telling you what I've learned as far as that. You know, they got a check so they can be able to take care of the child, and they budget their lifestyle within them and the child. So, you know, to me, that's just the new hustle. It has nothing to do with love. You can love the child, but if they paying for me and that child to be living better, then so be it. If I reach the qualifications, I'm gonna start adopting. That's just me.
All right, well, that's terrific. Next topic. Recently, former president of South Africa, Mr. Nelson Mandela, was hospitalized, and he recently got out. Mandela, who just recently turned the age of 795, is doing well and seems to be making a speedy recovery. Mr. Owens.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to live as long as Mr. Mandela has lived?
I sure do.
Especially having the life that he had.
I do.
Do you think you could do 30 years?
In jail?
Yes.
I mean, no, I can't do 30 years in jail. I don't want to do 30 years in jail unless I got some kind of connection that maybe on the weekends I can get out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, but
what?
Nah, I don't. No, I'm just saying maybe he had the hookup. Because do anybody ever talk about what he been through? Was he tortured for the whole 27 years he was jailed? I mean, did he? Was he on Facebook? I mean, I don't know. No one talks about it. He has a Twitter account.
I don't think they had Facebook then. They might have had MySpace.
I mean, but he came out fly, you know what I'm saying, shape up, so we don't know his you know what I'm saying, acoustics that he had all in jail. But I would like to live that long because I want to get to the point where I can
acoustics.
Yeah, that too.
You want to cut a verse?
Well, that's what we'll talk about him later. I'm just saying, I just believe that I want to live that long so I can be able to be unapologetic. That's all I'm saying.
All right, Miss Madia, do you know? Oh boy, I'm about to do it again. The whole thing with Mandela and like his struggle there.
Yeah, I'm familiar.
Yeah, you said your family's from Africa,
yes.
Not South Africa, though, right?
No, Liberia.
No. Oh, that's a lovely place. I've never
Jackson
been there.
made a song about y'all.
You sure did.
Oh yeah. Do you understand the love that people have for him? And is it all over Africa? Do you know about that?
Well, I mean, I think it's here too. I think there's a lot of respect for Nelson Mandela because of what he did. You know, he was somebody that was speaking up for the abused majority population in South Africa when the Afrikaners took over and didn't offer the black members of their community equal rights. Disproportionate, like just their wealth gap. It was all heavily influenced by that system, and he stood up and spoke against that system even when it came down to his personal rights being restricted. And so it's a story for him to get out and become president of the country, to lead a nation that once imprisoned him for having and speaking out on his beliefs. I think that transcends even the country. I think that's awesome that should be awesome to everybody.
Yeah, I know I was rocking a Free Mandela shirt when I was in school. I didn't have no idea who he was. I found out after the movie came out. But you know what, we were running up short on time. I'm going to go to the next topic. Next topic is, recently in the news, a lot of meat in the UK and Ireland. It's been discovered that it contains horse meat. Miss McKnight, how would you feel if you were eating a burger that, come to find out, had little pieces of particles of Mr. Ed in it? Would you be upset?
Well, I think I would, but I think that what I'd be upset about is that there's something in this meat that I didn't know was there. If it had been advertised to me or presented to me as a horse meat burger, and I'd...
Sounds great.
Right, and if I went for that kind of thing, that's a different matter. I think that in other countries, they do eat horse meat and a lot of other kinds of meat. Yeah, a lot of other kinds of meat that we don't necessarily eat, so maybe they were cool with that.
Horse meat burger is hilarious. Go ahead. I just want to say that was funny. Go ahead.
But I guess as long as I know what I'm eating, then that's the big issue for me.
Lawrence, do you have any problem eating a burger that contained horse meat?
No, if I'm hungry, no. Hell no. If I'm hungry, you know what I'm saying? Time's hard around here.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? No.
Yeah, because people talk about the carryouts always having some type of dog, whatever. I say that stuff is delicious. And I don't care if that is a cat or dog, whatever. Just put some mumbo sauce on it. It tastes
So you don't
amazing.
think the Asian community was working with Michael Vick? Like, you know, when everybody got mad and be like, so like, oh, he killing dogs, and the Asian, we'll clean it up. We'll clean it up. And so, I mean, because it's a recession on everybody. So, you know, I don't know if they have the money to go get meat. Mandela was in prison a long time. What's all of it? So we got Klansmen tonight. So maybe, you know, we need that meat. I don't know about horse meat with the little shoes. Are they gonna have little like Indianapolis coats like on the bottom of the bun, like the little shoe? We talking about.
Let me tell my audience something real quick. You don't know what you tuned in for tonight. Mr. Lawrence Owens is not just a comedian, he's a prophet. He knows exactly, he has his finger on the pulse of society. That was brilliant.
Thank you, sir.
I'm joining your church.
I learned from you.
Oh, well, then I did good. Mr. Robinson, is this really a sin against the community selling horse meat burgers? I'm sure it was only a little bit, like 30, maybe 60%.
I'm like Miss Wanda and Miss Lawrence. I mean, what makes up a burger? I don't know what's in the burger right now anyway, to be honest with you. I mean, that's my position now. Yes, they should tell me it's horse, but when I go to McDonald's or some other places without naming, I don't know if it's a cow on the burger. They don't say that's a cow. So it says beef. What is beef? I mean, we call it.
What's beef? Beef is when you need 2 Glocks to go to sleep.
There you go. So
nobody else would have got that.
I got that. But yeah, you know,
It's terrible.
I mean, I think if as long as it's clean and it's edible, it's meat. Now, does it make news? Of course, it makes news. But we might find out later on. And guess what? Everybody got Burger King and the different places are switching their burgers to horse meat now.
It might be adopted children meat. Remember the Russian?
Wait a minute, Lawrence, let's take it easy.
I mean,
We're not talking about eating people's kids.
No, Tyson said it first. With Lennox, he wanted to eat. All right, we're talking about that.
To a whole nother decade. Miss Madia, how would you feel if you found out that that juicy burger that you were eating was actually Mr. Ed?
I wouldn't like it.
But what if it still tasted delicious?
Well, I don't eat beef now. So.
You don't? So you're a vegetarian?
No, I just don't eat beef.
I
I do juice. What's wrong with that?
See? Now, what if
That you talked about people judging people. Why are you judging me?
Oh, my
Why
God.
are you judging me?
horse juice?
No.
Lawrence, that's a whole nother thing. Don't go there. That's another. That's
Might have wrung the meat into the juice. We're talking about.
Disgusting.
What if you found out your turkey burger was actually a turkey?
I would be upset with that because I like to know what I'm eating, just like they talked about. I like to know what I'm eating, and I think that the consumer should be informed about what it is they're getting.
All right, well, I'm just going to say if it tastes good, eat it. No matter what it is.
Huh?
Well, now that I thank you, Lawrence. Now I think about it, maybe I shouldn't. All right, we got to go. We'll be right back with our winners and losers. You stick around. It's the end game. I'm JC Rademas. Be right back.
I love it.
Hey everybody, this is the End Game. I'm your host, JC Rademas, and yes, my beard is winning. Oh yeah. Well, in this, the fourth quarter, we're talking about our winners and losers. In the winners and losers, we discuss who we think are winning and losing as of right now. So, but first, let's find out what our guests have going on. Lawrence, what do you have going on? What are you gonna tell the people about?
You can hit me on Twitter, comedian LO is all one word. I post everything. You know, I travel a whole lot. So if I come to your city, we can all have fun, enjoy ourselves, one big ball. Comedian LO, all one word. Or you can hit me on Facebook, Lawrence Owens.
All right, and do you have a winner or a loser?
Well, my winner is the Illuminati, because come to find out, it wasn't them that pulled the switch in the Super Bowl. Because they get blamed for everything. Illuminati get blamed for everything. It wasn't them. You know, saying it was actually the bookies in Vegas, because, you know, San Francisco was a 4-point, so they was like, hell with that. We got to do something to switch the momentum so we can get our money. So they was the winners. The loser is the young lady who had the 15 kids in Florida. Y'all heard about her?
No.
And then she went to court, and the judge ordered her, you know what I'm saying, to practice fellatio. It's all on a...
That is a winner.
No, it's a loser, because if you have any children by her, you know what I'm saying, you got to deal with that. Because what if you're number 15? You don't know how many clinic visits or whatever she had, you understand what I'm saying? So number 15 may be deteriorating before our very eyes. So maybe we need the bookies to pull the plug on his ass, you know what I'm saying? So we just...
Whoa. No. I know I was losing during that whole description.
Mandela.
Miss Madia.
Yes.
Get it together.
I'm sorry.
Well, first, what do you have going on? What would you like to let people know about?
Well, first, my website is lovemadia.com, and I have information there, madiamusic.com as well. I have a video that's on VH1 Soul right now, and MTV.com called Runaway Love Her, so please check that out.
Great video, love it.
And thank you very much.
I should have been in it.
My Twitter handle is lovemadia, so you can talk to me, interact, all that.
All right. Mr. Robinson, is there... Oh, hold on a second. I forgot to get your winner and loser. Yeah.
My winner would be Michelle Obama, because there were some comments made about her figure as a black woman, and
Really?
I like how, yeah, that just happened. I think it's been a couple of days now, and I just love how she's not really paying that any attention and just still moving forward with her health message. Well, they talked specifically about her rear end and about how she shouldn't be promoting healthy activity because she is fat in some places.
No, she's not.
Yeah, that's what a gym teacher said, and he didn't know that a student was recording him. So it was.
Let me tell you something about the FLOTUS. That girl got dumps like a truck. I was like a what?
Yes.
I think I'll say it again. Anyway, all right, well, do you have a loser?
No. Yeah, we all winners.
No? Okay.
If we see a picture of her.
Mr. Robinson, what do you have to tell the people about?
Okay. Well, you can find me at erikrobinson.com, which is my website, ERIKROBINSON. And what I do is help entrepreneurs get off the ground with their businesses. And I recently started a couple of projects. So if you don't have a business venture, I got some business ventures to help you get started and make some money. So you can find me at erikrobinson.com. Recently just launched with a international coffee distributorship. So that's something big. So join me. We're going to take Starbucks out. But in terms of my winners and losers, I would have to say my winners would have to be my family, my wife, my daughter, my son just got picked for a 7-on-7 football tournament team, and my other little daughter, my 3-year-old daughter. So those are winners is my family. And in terms of losers, I would say right now in this economy, I would say the taxpayers who don't have a home-based business. So, I mean, in today's world, if you don't have a home-based business, the taxpayers are losing because you're paying a lot of taxes that you normally don't have. So there's some deductions out there. You find me at erikrobinson.com or follow me on Twitter at Erik, E-R-I-K, Robinson, at Erik Robinson on Twitter. So, and I'm on Facebook. So those are the losers, taxpayers without a home-based business or any kind of entrepreneurship endeavors.
That man does know how to promote. I will tell you that. That is amazing. I'll tell you who's winning, me and all the things I got going on. Oh, my website, my Facebook, my Twitter. That's what's up. Miss McKnight, what would you like to tell the people about?
Well, I'd like everyone to watch The McKnight Report. It's on my website, themcknightreport.com, and it also comes on CTV Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock.
All right.
We also have another show called Nuestro Mundo, which also comes on CTV at 10 o'clock Tuesday nights.
Is that French?
It's Spanish. And I'd like everyone to watch
it. Don't fake like you knew that.
It's a great show. They both are. I think that the winners are the American people because we get to have Barack and Michelle Obama for 4 more years.
Yeah.
I think that the biggest loser is this guy who decided to kidnap a kid, shoot a school bus driver, and retreat to a bunker so that the FBI had to take him out. The guy in Dothan, Alabama. What's up with that?
Yeah, I don't know. He's definitely losing. He's not with us
gone.
anymore, right?
No.
Well, the
He
world's
has
a better
left.
place.
He has left the building.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Miss Tasha Tummins, do you have a winner and loser?
I would say yes. My loser is Michelle from Destiny's Child, the halftime show. She had a hard time. Her legs weren't really stable when she jumped out onto the stage. So I would call her a loser for that.
Oh.
And I would say
More horse meat.
horse meat, yeah. I was going to say. And Kelly, because I'm a Destiny's Child fan, Kelly from Destiny's Child was the winner because she got a little thick. And I want to get on her workout program. So those are my winners and losers.
That's called gigs. You get money. Getting
Yeah,
money.
sandwiches. So.
Yeah. I'm with that. I saw the Super Bowl. I said the same thing. That girl sure was swollen.
Yeah.
All around her colon. Now, as far as the winner I would say is, again, this show. For the 12th time in a row, this show continues to win on a monthly basis, because we're not daily, we're on a daily basis. The loser I would say right now would be Frank Ocean. He shouldn't be going around starting fights with dudes that already got 3 strikes against him. If you don't know about that, Frank Ocean, R&B singer, got in a fight with Chris Brown, Rihanna's abuser. And since people already know this about him, as soon as they find out, oh, Chris Brown and Frank Ocean got into a fight, he's like, oh, what is Chris Brown doing, man? That dude is a jerk, man. He's messing up. But last I heard, Frank Ocean went over there sashaying and started the whole thing. So I say he's the loser.
But they say Chris Brown known for fighting people he loves, so.
Uh-oh.
That's what I heard. I don't know. That's what I heard. I mean,
That was
I
a
don't know.
beautiful ending. That was beautiful.
Well,
More horse meat.
that will be the phrase that pays for this show. Put that in your next gig, man.
I got you.
More horse meat.
I got you.
All right, I want to thank you all for being on the show. And of course, my producer, Tasha, thank you for whatever you do. And I want to thank you for tuning in and keep logging on. And I'm also on Twitter. You can see it on your screen at JC Rademas. And have a new podcast coming up called Supreme Clientele. Be on the lookout for that. So to all my guests, thank you, Tasha, studio audience, and to you for watching the End Game. I'm your host, JC Rademas. Good night.